Hello and welcome back to Cape Corner, where we explore the history, story, and nope. Well, all
I
right.
guess that answers the question as if you can do it correctly this
I'm
time.
so rusty. Okay, one more time. Hold on. Hello and welcome back to Cape Corner, where we explore the history, story, and cultural impact of a different character or group every episode. Okay, I think next week I'm going to get it. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, you'll nail it next time.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm Blue.
And I'm Jordan.
Um, like I said, I'm still shaking off the rust of that many months long hiatus.
Yeah, you were gone longer than I was, and I was
Yeah.
gone for a real long time.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't have anything. Oh boy. All right. Well, there's no beating around the bush. We are in our Power Rangers era.
Oh yeah.
It is very clear. Today we're going to be talking about Power Rangers Mystic Force, which I feel like there may be some contention on this episode.
I am so excited to have this discussion. This is going to be so fun.
I will say this series in particular came out at the perfect era for Disney because so obviously they can't choose what the themes of the season are. It's whatever
Right.
the newest Sentai was. So
Yeah.
they really lucked out that Japan happened to go for a magical season because Harry Potter was big in 2006, and
Yeah.
of course, Power Rangers wanted to capitalize on the new fantasy craze. And it wasn't just Harry Potter. 2001 saw the Lord of the Rings movies start to come out.
That's a
So,
really good point. The era of fantasy and like vampire movies are starting to creep in. Vampire TV shows. Supernatural is now airing.
exactly.
So
The
yeah, I never really thought about it contextually that it landed right at the perfect time for all of the fantasy witchcraft stuff going on.
well, like even okay. So my character Amplitude. My
Yes.
so I have a bunch of like multiverse doppelgangers of him. One for each color of the rainbow
Yeah.
because gay. Uh, and so
That's gay.
so Amplitude's the blue one, and he is based on 2020's streamer culture.
Sure.
So I based every other one around a different decade and whatever kind of media was really prevalent at the time. So Voltage, the evil future version of him, is based on 2010's superhero deconstructions.
Sure. That's fun.
Invincible, Brightburn, all that
The
shit.
boys.
Everything that has an evil Superman. Yeah, exactly. Um, so the one that uh there's a like Violet one Stormcaster.
Okay.
She's a magical she casts spells to shoot lightning. So she's the mystical doppelganger of Amplitude and
Okay.
she's based on 2000s fantasy culture.
Nice.
So yeah. Uh, and then I got, like a 80s action movie, 70s slasher movie, et cetera, et cetera.
Cool.
Yeah. So anyway, um, yeah. So Mystic Force came out at the perfect time. Um, I'm not going to dispute that. I'm not going to dispute that the idea of having Power Rangers who use magic as their like we've already kind of tapped into that, right? Like the Zeo Crystal was a mystical artifact.
Yes, and
That
there. Oh, what was the little alien? Oh,
Larigo.
Largo. Yes.
Yeah. Apparently, the range of powers are based on his key or some shit.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
was
I never
magic.
saw that little gnome drive, so
He was definitely magic.
yeah. But this is the first time it's like full on, like, yeah, we're like doing rituals, citing incantations, all that stuff. And let's get this out of the way real quick. I do like the suit designs, right? I think
These suits are badass, and they have capes.
the capes are great. They add because Power Rangers is already so dramatic with the poses, and now you can do they're almost doing like bullfighter flair with the way they
Yes,
flip their capes out and everything.
very
Like
much
it's really
so.
great. Um, I it took a little bit for me to get used to the giant black M on their suits, but
Okay, yeah.
I can dig it. The colors.
Well, I never really read it as an M. I was just like, wow, what a cool line. Big weird black line that does a jagged thing. It never occurred to me that that might be an M.
Yeah, it totally is. Uh, and the colors, they're a little bit off color, but in a way that's interesting, right? Like, obviously it's a lighter blue, kind of like what Tori did.
Yeah.
I guess when they have a girl Blue Ranger, they want like a more aqua blue rather than
Yep.
like a like a deep blue or whatever.
Interesting
Um,
pattern. And
yeah,
whenever you do that to one of the girl rangers, you must have a male yellow ranger.
yes, exactly.
That is the follow up of the pattern.
um, yeah, so he's I don't know, maybe it's my own biases and eyes playing tricks on me, but what's his name? Chet?
Chip.
Chip, that's it. He's a fucking Chip Skylark looking ass. He seems like he's got a little bit of a deeper yellow. But again, I could just be wrong on that.
It could be. These do feel like they're particularly vibrant shades of
Yeah,
things.
yeah. I mean, they're also constantly backlit with crazy magical particle effects. So
That's
like
true,
that might
yeah.
be it too. Um, Now, I say all this because I want to say like there's cool stuff in this. I think the fact that they're kind of going with like a Galactic Beast kind of thing where it's like creatures that turn into their Zords, but it's like mystical shit.
Yeah.
Or like even one of their early enemies just turns into like a giant centaur and shit. Like
Yep.
I think that's all neat. I think the fact that when they're inside their Megazord, they're chess pieces on a chessboard.
Oh, yes. Yes, I do love that. That's a fun
It's
design.
it's all really fun.
Aesthetically, this is one of the most interesting seasons of Power Rangers.
Yes, my
Aesthetically.
problem lies in execution, um, and not just execution. Um, I got to get this out of the way right now. Up to the point of Mystic Force, Nick
I'm
is
over
the
here
worst
giggling
Red
because
Ranger we've
I'm
ever
so
had.
excited for the hatred to come out.
Nick is the worst Red Ranger we've had up until Mystic Force. Don't worry, that record gets broken
I
later.
agree. Up to this point, he is my least favorite Red Ranger.
And I was talking about this with someone recently, one of my new coworkers, and he was like, "Really? I like the Mystic Force team," and I had to be like, "The problem is that Nick sucks. He 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 is leader by virtue of being the Red Ranger and by virtue of being the Red Ranger alone. Like
That's a
he,
good point. This kind of gets into, I think I mentioned on maybe the last episode with SPD, where it's really interesting that it's just a thing that the Red Ranger is inherently the leader. And this season shows where that's weird. Because it's like, oh, he's red, therefore he leads. Okay.
like he's the last one who's able to morph. Not like Jack, where it's like a character arc of him being working outside of the system, but then learning to work within the system, and so he
Yeah,
was
or like
left.
Wes, where they've got to go find him and
Yeah, because here's the thing, it sets it up like it's going to be an arc. Like he's the last one to join because he's the last one to believe in magic.
yeah.
But if you think that that is a character arc, I have bad news for you. He's still the least believing of the team, even into the finale. Like,
Yep.
he has to get a pep talk from the Blue Ranger because he's ready to give up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's just, like, I shit on Jason for being too much of, like, a Wonder Bread goody two shoes, like, stoic. Like he doesn't have any humanity to him. I
Right.
do like it when the Red Ranger is human and is able to struggle in some kind of way, but you are still the leader. You should have a little bit of that ability to rally others together. You shouldn't be getting rallied by the quote unquote lesser Rangers, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so, and then then there's the fact that they pull the possibly my least favorite trope in all of fiction, where the character who we thought was doing it for himself and learning how to make it work through hard work turns out to be predestined for greatness because of his bloodline, which is extremely like eugenics based. I hate that bullshit. Like It's the same reason I fucking hate Damian Wayne. That's right. I found a way to talk about Damian Wayne in this episode again.
Oh,
Fuck you.
that bitch!
Because
Damian Wayne!
here's the thing. We had an entire show that was all about how Amanda Waller was wrong for trying to eugenics a perfect successor to Batman into this world because Terry isn't great because he's the genetic spawn of Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne wasn't great because he was a Wayne. He was great because he learned to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Terry
he
had
wasn't, he
to
wasn't born to be Batman. He forced
he
himself to be
molded himself
Batman
into Batman.
through
Exactly.
sheer fucking will.
He is a man made through circumstance, not made through destiny. And
Yeah.
Terry learned how to be tough from basically the school of hard knocks. And, like, he got whipped into shape by Bruce. And it's not because he's Bruce's son that he's great. Like, the whole finale that reveals that he's his son, the reason they do that is to be like, yeah, because Amanda Waller was wrong, because that's not the part of Terry that makes him Batman. Um,
Yeah.
but then why the fuck did we get a fan fiction OC written into canon where it's like, oh, he's Batman's son, and he's the grandson of Ra's al Ghul, and he could totally beat up Nightwing, and he fights with a sword, and he's super cool. Not like those pussy rabbits who fight with a bow staff.
The one thing I like about Damien as kind of an analysis of the story is he was trained to be a killer, and his dad, who is the epitome of don't kill people, has to deal with that. And that's like the one story element of Damien that I find really interesting whenever he shows up. But
Yeah,
once you've resolved that conflict, he's just kind of there.
yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, like I do agree. I think that the idea, well, but even then, that's ripped wholesale from Batman's fucking feud with the League of Shadows, which
Yeah.
again, I understand he's a part of the League of Shadows mythos. I get that, but I'm just saying it doesn't add anything unique or interesting to Damian as an individual character, and he fucking sucks because everyone acts like he's predestined to be the best Robin, and that's not how Batman works. Anyway, all that is to say,
We
Nick
all
turns
know
out,
that Dick is the best Robin.
yes.
Maybe Tim. There's an
Yeah,
argument for
I was
Tim.
going to say, or Tim. I'll let Tim have his flowers too. Jason is a good character, but I don't necessarily think he was ever really a great Robin.
He's a great story.
Yes, I agree.
He
I'll
makes for a great story.
I'll give that.
But I will always favor Dick Grayson.
Yeah, I grew up with Tim as Robin, so I do have a soft
Mm.
spot for him. I think he's a good dude.
Yeah.
But anyway, all that is to say, Nick turns out to be his father is the strongest knight and his mother is the most powerful wizard, so he was always going to be the greatest magical warrior. And
Yeah.
it's just like, blow me. Like, who fucking cares then? Like, why even tell the story if you said that the ending's already written?
Yeah.
So he and and here's the thing, like I think that there could have been something interesting you could have done with that. Again, if it was something like Wes, where it's like everyone's telling him what he needs to become, but he's like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing, um, and like winds up finding greatness outside of what everyone was expecting of him. I
Yeah.
feel like that could have been a really cool story and even like related him back to an old fan favorite character. But no, it's like, yeah, he just is apparently the best, even though he sucks and almost got the whole team killed. Because again, I need people to understand they're at their lowest point. It's like a fuck, what's it called? The final episode of In Space, the world gets taken over.
Oh fuck! I forgot the title.
But you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
like one of those situations. It's very finale, like um, the Turbo, the command center is getting attacked by waves of suicide bombers. And, oh wait, no, that was Lost Galaxy. But waves of Piranhatrons and Terra Venture's getting blown up by suicide bombers in Lost Galaxy. It's like the darkest day for the Rangers. And in every other season, you know, the Rangers learn to pull themselves together, give one last mighty push, and they manage to pull out a win despite all the odds, and it's very
Yeah.
inspirational. And Nick, it just goes full, we're all gonna die, man! We can't do this! And Madison's
Game
like,
over, man. Game over.
exactly. He's that guy. It's like if they make
Yeah.
that dude into the Red Ranger, what the fuck? All while talking about how awesome he is.
Which, all things considered, Bill Paxton in the 80s would have made for a fun Power Ranger character.
Sure. Maybe not that character, though.
No.
But, yeah, so, alright. I've already talked about Nick. Do you have any other ideas on Nick that, oh, sorry, one other thing. His battleizer should have been way cooler.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
He gets to fuse with a dragon. That's fucking awesome. Why does he have stupid little flappy plastic wings?
Yeah. It's because the toy, that's how the toy looks. So they need to,
I know, but they
need
should
him
have
to
made
look like
them more sturdy.
they need him to look like the toy.
They made them too rubbery. They fucking. It looks like a parody of a battleizer when he like turns and you just see going all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say about Nick, or shall we talk about the others? Because there are a lot of Rangers in this season.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just realizing that there's like a half-second delayed, muffled, distant echo of me that hopefully only I can hear. It's not bothering me too much, but if the audience can hear it, I'm very sorry.
I'll say that I don't hear it,
Yeah,
so we're probably okay.
probably. Anyway, yes, so the other Rangers in this, we've got, once again, the sleeper Green Ranger, because we've found that every time we don't super vibe with the season, we at least are kind of okay with the Green Ranger.
Xander's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, okay. You've got a fun vibe. You've got probably the coolest suit. I love the like Longhorn helmet. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a great visor.
He's a real shithead. And I appreciate that.
Xander.
Yeah. He's one of the only New Zealanders that they let actually keep his New Zealand accent, a legacy that would be continued by Chase later on down the line.
Which one's Chase?
Black Dino Charge Ranger.
Yes.
Who's got a fucking Kiwi on his skateboard. Like, alright, yeah, we get it. There's a reason that for Once a Ranger, Xander was the Mystic Force rep. Like,
yes.
They really
He's the fun one.
They really did pull the best picks possible for for that team. It really was like an all-star team. I'll definitely give.
The only way that could have been cooler is if they put Jack in there instead of Bridge, but it's like he retired. He retired, but that was fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Xander, I like him. I like his vibe. It's nothing really interesting with him. It's mostly just he's full of himself and he's kind of vain, but he's kind of charming still and kind of amusing. And so he's just a lot of fun to watch. I don't know if I have anything profound to say about him other than he's fun to watch.
He has something that he calls Plan Xander, which he does multiple times in this show.
He goes to try to talk it out.
Yeah, like he'll just walk up to a monster and like have his
Xander. How about you and I just have a nice little conversation about this and sort of.
And he gives a charming, disarming smile and like says like, "Hey, Xander."
I really like that. I do love that character beat. That is probably the most fun thing in this series consistently.
It's so good, and it's just like
he even does it when he comes back for Once a Ranger.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
He does it again. He hasn't learned that doesn't work yet.
I mean, you know what? It's truly the most Power Rangers thing, I think, that he gives the monsters a chance at first to be like,
yeah,
hey man, let's sort this out.
That is nice.
Because, if that happened even once, the one time that the monster would be like, really? No one's offered to talk to me before. Everyone else would be like, holy shit.
I do
Just
wish
avoid
that
them
had
all.
actually happened. That would have been funny.
Yeah. Oh, I
So yeah,
named my boy
Xander, he's a lot of fun.
Diego.
What were you
Bring
saying?
him back. Bring him back for the 35th anniversary and have
Yeah.
Tom Xander work.
Oh yeah. Oh please. Yes.
Um,
Um, I like Chip. Think he's fun. He's a little too much of a caricature, but I appreciate what they were going for with this dorky comic book nerd fighting imaginary people thing. Very me as an only child vibe.
yes.
Um, and so I appreciate what they were going with. He's a little too much of a caricature of that, but it's fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Actor does well in
I
that
feel like
role.
he's at a 10, and we could have had him at an 8.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Um, now, okay, Madison, I know her name. Um, she's just the camera girl, right? Like that's her main claim to fame is that she
The
runs
Blue
the
Ranger.
camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what the fuck is her sister's name?
It's like Zeta or something?
Oh,
Vita?
is I think it's Vita, right?
Uh,
Because I think Zeta
probably.
is a drink. No, I'm thinking of Zima.
Okay.
But it's that shit that
Oh
decoys drinking
no.
like crazy.
Oh no, we don't know one of the Rangers' names. This
Look,
doesn't bode well for the season.
the problem is that her personality is that she's a DJ, and that's really all I got. And
Yeah,
again, granted, I haven't watched every episode of the show, right?
I
So like,
have.
I
Not
would.
recently, but I did watch it all the way through.
Oh, well, then that's still a damning indictment.
Yeah.
I was going to say like, granted, I missed something to her character, but then you're like, no, I don't remember
Yeah,
anything.
not really.
Well, look, I'm sure she's great. I'm sure she probably has her fans, but I will say, I think I remember her having the best pose whenever they morph and they do their poses.
Yeah, okay.
She like,
And she can turn into a tornado. That's fun.
oh damn, okay, I didn't know she turns into a tornado. Because okay, let's get this out of the way. They all have elemental abilities. Obviously, the Red Ranger's fire. Madison the Blue Ranger does water. Chip does lightning, which is badass. Obviously, I'm biased to electricity as an element,
Lightning powers are always cool.
given that I made 7 characters that have electromagnetic
Yeah.
ability. Um, and and Xander does plant life. He does vines, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, she does wind. I knew she did wind. I guess I just didn't know how her wind power manifested.
She might not actually turn into the tornado. I struggle to remember, but I feel like I can picture her spinning around real fast, and then she might just create a tornado. I don't know. I know that there's tornadoes involved with the Pink Ranger.
Okay, fair enough. And yeah, so okay. Again, here's where more of my ignorance starts to show. So their
Hmm.
morphers are also their wands. Do they have designated ranger weapons in this season?
Oh gosh.
Because I know they have the magic axe or whatever, right? It's like the little M, and they like slide the M up, and it becomes like a double-headed axe.
Yeah, I
Hand
think that was it. I think they all have like the axe thing, and they all have a wand, and
Okay, so they don't have unique weaponry. Um,
I think.
I'm gonna be honest. The
They
unique
do all
weapon.
have like a unique special mode. Like Xander can do like big red boxing gloves, and no one else can do that. And like he gets like
What?
real muscly and buff.
What the fuck? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I don't remember what the other ones do, but I remember that he gets like huge and buff and gets big red boxing gloves, and that none of the other ones can do that. And
I
his
would
torso
not.
turns into a very plasticky, overly muscled like action figure torso.
Okay,
And
I would not have expected that for Xander.
yes.
Uh, so what is that? Is that actually in the Sentai, or is that some Battleizer shit?
I'm not sure.
Because when I hear the words "they turn plasticky," I immediately like my eyes glaze over and I go, "Oh, it's a Battleizer."
It might be a battleizer,
Um,
but it's just red boxing gloves and a muscly torso. So it's not much of a battleizer if it is one.
I mean, well, he's not the Red Ranger, so they wouldn't give him the best one.
Yeah.
Uh, And technically, it wouldn't be the first time that that sort of thing happened because there's a difference between just like basic mode changes like SWAT mode or fucking Super Dino mode and then Battleizers. But there have been times where like specifically the boy rangers get upgrades that the girl
Yeah.
rangers aren't privy to because
Yep.
sexism.
Yep.
Um, uh, I don't know. Anyway, what I was saying is that I really like it when the Rangers have a designated unique weapon, and I always get a little bit bummed out when it's just their sidearms and like some kind of shared weapon. Like, uh, granted, Time Force I have it very high, but all they have is the Chrono Sabers and the giant fucking guns.
I think
Uh,
that's what they did for SPD too, right? Where they like Jack has the special Delta blasters, and otherwise they all just have the same weapons. I think.
yes. Yes, that's true. Um, again, like, and it makes sense for a government-based team, right? Like that they have uniform
Yeah.
equipment. But if you're going for something based more on individual abilities, then it would be nice if you all had a unique weapon. And Mystic Force is the antithesis of a government-based team. Like,
Yes.
there is no political oversight to this shit at all.
Yeah.
Uh, so Okay, so their elements, their names. We pretty much said everything about the main five, right?
Yeah,
Um,
and so then in any Power Rangers season, you've got the base and the hangout. They've always got a base and a hangout,
yeah.
and
So what's
I don't
interesting
give
with
a shit about the base this time.
that's fair. It's like again, Xander really is the cream of the crop, but it's not much of a crop.
Yeah.
And uh, yeah. So I want to say what's really interesting about Mystic Force is that they actually lead with a sixth ranger.
Oh yes, that's
Udana
true.
Udana is the first morph that we see.
Yeah,
Um,
and she's the White Snow Ranger or whatever it is.
like Mystic Snow, and she's also in Battle for the Grid.
Cool.
She has possibly the most broken move in the game because she's Sub-Zero, and she has the ability to launch an ice projectile that freezes the enemy. And in any fighting game, if you have the ability to just wholesale freeze your opponent for a few seconds, that shit's busted.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm sure on a more competitive level, that people can do create. Well, okay, let me air my dirty laundry real quick. That game does piss me the fuck off because I'm playing on like the easiest difficulty setting, and I'm still getting like 75% of my health knocked out from a single combo that I can't escape from. And like I know there's some sort of Megazord counter mechanic in the game, but one, it's not easy to pull off. I don't know how to do that shit. And two, um, your bar for the Megazord charge is real slow. So if you just get caught in like a fucking TOD, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit there and jack off until like I'm able to play the game again? I hate that shit. I hate when fighting games don't have a mechanic where I can break out of a loop. Like,
Yeah.
let me spend meter to do a combo breaker like fucking Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm sorry. Like that's just a real like look, I've been replaying the game lately, and that shit's been building because nothing is less fun than when it's a 3-on-3 and we're both on like our second character and like we're having a little bit of a back and forth. And I'm like, haha, yeah, we're fun. This is pretty even. And then out of nowhere, like some shit tier ranger, like I don't know, fucking, I don't know, cat or whatever. Sorry, cat. Like just suddenly annihilates my character who was still at 80% health because she just like gets me in some inescapable combo loop and I'm like, what the fuck happened to the back and forth we were having? Uh, anyway, what was I? Oh, Udana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her power is snow. She has a cool design. I really like her her aesthetic. It's really neat. Because even with White Rangers, a lot of times they have strong secondary or tertiary colors. She's
Hmm.
damn near entirely white.
Yeah, it's true.
Like it's kind of blinding to look at, but it does make her stand out amidst other White Rangers. You look at her and you go, "Oh shit, all right." Um, and she's also the mentor figure. I think she gets nerfed magically for a while until towards the end of the show she can come back as her Ranger form again. Sure, it's fine. Um,
Hmm.
she has a niece that is like a proto Ranger because she technically has a morphing sequence, but her face isn't fully covered. We have some
Yeah,
of those in Power Rangers. We have some people who their Ranger status is questionable,
yeah.
um, which is also something that comes from Super Sentai. I want you to know there
Hmm.
are a few pretty much like magical girls in Super Sentai. Like they have a transformation sequence, but you still see their cute schoolgirl Asian face or whatever, and they're just like doing poses, and it's just like,
Yeah,
what is this?
that's funny. I like that.
um, but yeah, Udana's shitty niece, what's her name, Claire,
I
who
think that's right.
like sucks in 90% of the show, and then just out of nowhere is like, oh, actually, I'm also predestined to be awesome, so I'm just gonna suddenly be cool. And I
Yep.
become what? Does she become the gatekeeper? Is that what it is? Like
Yep.
gaslight gatekeep girl boss?
Yep.
Someone needs to add like someone needs to do like a TikTok edit of her being the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Just have some runway music playing in the background. Um. Okay. Then it's the train guy, the sun guy, the Daggeron.
Daggeron!
Okay, I got him right. Cool. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know shit about this guy. He's got
I
all the sun and oh his like transformation sequence makes him look like a really cool like ancient Power Ranger knight, and then he turns into a more modernized Ranger form.
Yeah, I really like that. I really like his look. I think I mentioned earlier that we kind of hit a point here where we have a lot of gold and blue motifs popping up for Rangers for these
Yes,
last uh, however many years are left at this point, and uh, back half, I guess,
it
of
is
Power
back
Rangers,
half. Yeah.
basically. And
Well, actually, we're
I,
still in the first half. This is season 14.
yeah, we're right at the end of the first half. But yeah, I really like the way he looks. I love the blue and gold color scheme. I love that he's got like a train motif. Like his
Wait,
morpher is like a ticket puncher. He has to punch the
wait,
ticket.
wait. I'm sorry. Just to correct myself because I don't want uh, Scotty calling me out again. Season 16.
Oh,
It's
okay, so we are in the back half.
It's the 14th Ranger series, but there was 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin.
Right. Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Season. Wait. Wild Force is season 10.
No. Well, hang on.
I know that.
Hold on.
I
Hold on.
know that's
Okay.
season 10.
Mighty
And then,
Morphin. Hold on. Let's go through it. Mighty Morphin seasons 1 through 3.
yes,
Zeo.
season
Turbo.
4, 5,
Turbo season 5. In Space. Lost
6,
Galaxy.
7,
Uh, Lightspeed Rescue.
8,
Time Force. Wild
9,
Force.
10.
Okay, it is 14. Shit. I don't know why. Like I had it in my mind that I was because like I associate a number with every one of the teams, right?
Yeah.
And I guess it had been season number, and I was just thinking of it like it was team number for some or like series number. Um,
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to
yeah,
keep track.
yeah, yeah.
There's 30 of them. It's so hard to keep the numbers straight.
Because once a Ranger is Operation Overdrive, and that's the 15th anniversary.
Right, yeah. So I'm able to lock down that one, and I'm able to lock down Wild Forces 10 because Forever Red, that's really easy to remember. I'm
Yeah.
able to remember that Super Mega Force is 21 because I specifically remember that they did not successfully make it on the 20th anniversary and it's the
Yes.
21st season. I know that off the top of my head. And I know what 30 is. And otherwise I have to like do the math from there to figure out what any of the other seasons are. And I guess
Yeah.
I know Dino Thunder is 12 instinctively because it's my favorite. So
Yes.
it's that one just pops
Understandable.
straight into my head. It's 12.
I know that Time Force is 7. Just off rip,
Okay.
right?
Well, Time
Hold
Force
on.
isn't
Now,
7. Time Force is
no.
9.
Fuck me! They're 17. See, this is why it bothers me. Because they're the 7th series, but they're
Right.
season 9. God
Yeah.
damn you, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
It's so fucking, those 3 seasons fucked everything up.
Uh,
Alright, anyway, Daggeron, the Solaris Knight, that's a cool name for a Power Ranger that he's called the Solaris Knight. I like that he has a train motif. He's got his Megazord is a fucking train. I had the toy for that. It's so cool that
I
each
will.
of the cars of the train are a different limb. And it's like the front of the train, is like the chest and there's like a big laser in it or something.
I will say having individual train or train motifs in a Power Ranger season is really cool. Like I really like how Zords 10 through 12 in RPM are a train. Um,
Yeah.
like that's really good. So I'm really glad that we never had to worry about getting an entire season of nothing but trains for Power Rangers. If you know, you know.
Sure. I
There's
don't know.
there's a Super Sentai called Gokyuger or some shit, Tokyuger, and
Okay.
it's entirely train themed. Their helmet visors are they have tracks on them.
Oh, I think I've seen a picture of this.
Yeah, and it sucks. It's I mean I don't
All
know
right.
how the series itself is, but let's put it this way: America does not have the same love for public transit that Japan does.
Good
So
point.
I'm sure they are capable of making an entire season out of train themed shenanigans. We're not.
Yeah,
And
that's probably true.
and
That's
around
very
the
funny.
time around the time of Samurai and Mega Force, I was side eyeing Tokuger and I was like, please don't get adapted. Please. I'm begging.
That's really funny. Was it in that range? Was it like
Yes, it was
should have
around that
fallen in
same
there?
time period, like
That's
early
really
to
interesting.
mid 2010s.
That's really interesting. Oh, and also, he has Genji, the 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 genie, the cat genie. I fucking love the cat genie.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of things about this cat genie. I have no attachment to him, so that's fine.
I think he's really fun. They've got the lamp. He's just, I just think he's really fun. That's probably, other than Xander, just in general, I entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe for a moment. Other than Xander, just in general as a performer, I really like the Solaris Knight and everything associated with the Solaris Knight. I had toys. I was super excited about this guy.
The only thing I want to say about Genji real quick is maybe I'm just biased against genies that aren't Robin Williams.
Fair
Sorry,
enough.
Dan Castellaneta. Which again, I don't know if people know, but after Robin stopped doing Genie in the first, did he stop after Aladdin 1?
I think he only did one.
Yeah, so for Aladdin's 2 and 3 and the TV show and Kingdom Hearts and all that, it's all Homer Simpson himself, Dan Castellaneta. Uh, so he actually, crazily enough, has more tenure as Genie than Robin Williams ever did, but,
Yes.
you know, he's not the original.
And then
And he
there's Will
did
Smith.
fuck off. Anyway, now at least Dan has the clout to be like, I was the genie in Kingdom Hearts. It's like, okay, sure. I I don't want no cuck genie. Get him out of here. Yeah. Yeah, you all think my issue is with his Fresh Prince raps? No, it's the fact that he simps for his cheating wife. Anyway,
And that one time he slapped someone.
I don't give a shit. I don't have any attachment to Chris Rock either.
That's fair enough.
When that happened, I hope you know everyone would not shut the fuck up about the Chris Rock slap for like months, and I'm just like, who cares, man?
Yeah, man, it's just a thing that happened.
And people tried to be like, well, it's because he was talking shit about alopecia, and I'm like, who cares? She's a bald bitch. She sucks. Like, she's a terrible woman, and if you want to make fun of her for going bald, I don't think that's an indictment against other bald people. So fuck her.
That's funny.
So he got mad that his bitch wife got made fun of, and he slapped another guy who's an asshole, and I don't care. They all suck. It's not like there's a good person in the mix for me to get riled up about their involvement.
Fair enough. Where were we? We were on the genie. That's how we got here. I was
And you
like,
were
how
talking
did this
about
happen?
Polaris Night action figures and stuff.
Yeah, okay. I love the Solaris Knight. That's the gist there. We can move on.
Now, they actually did have an Evil Ranger arc, unknowingly. It wasn't even really an arc, it was just most of the show.
Korag?
Yeah, Korag was like the enemy general that they kept fighting, and he even
Yeah.
got his own Megazord. And
Yep.
I guess in the end, turns out he was not only a Ranger ally, the Wolf Warrior, who had been corrupted by dark magic, but also
Mhm.
Nick's dad.
Yep.
So
And
he had been
also Nick's
helping
real name is Liambo, as it turns out. Or was his name Liambo?
Wolf Warrior is Liam Bow.
Nick had a different name, too,
I don't
but
care.
no one cared. It was Nick. So,
I barely like the guy enough to know his one name. I'm not learning another name for
fair
him.
enough. So yeah, that was kind of fun. I don't really give a shit about these two are secretly your parents thing, but I do like a good evil to good Ranger ally type arc. That's always fun.
Can I be real?
What's up?
Korag looks way cooler than Wolf Warrior.
Oh, the purple version? Yeah. The purple
Purple and
version's
black
a better look.
looks way cooler than what they tried to do with the red and black version later. And obviously, I think red and black is a cool color scheme. Look at the Quantum Ranger if you dispute that.
I think
But
it needs to be a slightly sharper red.
yeah, there's something off about the color balance.
It's like a maroon almost red. It's a very dull red, and it doesn't work as well as the purple
When
and
he's with
black.
purple and black, that shit pops. Also, I was listening back to our last episode,
Mm-hmm.
and I was talking about how the Mercury Ranger, which again, I know we're not there yet, shut up. But
Let's
the
just
Mercury
record that
Ranger,
one right after this. We're all amped up. We can just keep going all day.
I was talking about how the Mercury Ranger is ugly because he's got one too many colors, and I
Yeah.
said either you could do the red, silver, and or sorry, the black, silver, and orange,
Mm-hmm.
or the black, purple, and orange, and then I went no, god damn it, the black, purple, and silver.
Yeah.
And I was like, black, purple, and silver is a really cool color scheme, and I listened back to myself saying that I was like, why do I like black, purple, and silver so much? And I
Correct.
remember Astronema.
Oh, okay.
Her initial design. Look, I'm sorry. Every different style change she had after the initial one was worse. I'm just
That
putting it out.
initial one was hot.
Yes.
Also.
When she replaced her purple wig with the blonde one that she used with the turtles, that doesn't look as good.
Yeah, and then there's the weird, like, orange bob.
Yeah, that
Shit like that.
that was not a flex. That was bad. And that's the last one she had too. And I can only forgive it because it's like evil mind controlled Astronema. So I'm like, maybe you weren't thinking for yourself at that
Yeah,
point.
sure.
Maybe Dark Spectre has shit taste.
I guess. So,
Which he probably does, since he chose his own look to be based on a terrible movie character.
yes. I still struggle to keep straight that that's not the same guy.
Yeah,
it's very
that's
hard
not
because it's
Malagor.
such a distinct look.
It's not Malagor. It's not. It's Dark Spectre. It's different. Get it
Yeah.
right, sheeple.
So yeah, Korag, really cool. I like the bad to good story arc of anytime it happens in Power Rangers, it's a fun one.
There's a reason
Oh,
they keep doing
earlier,
it.
what were you saying?
I said there's a reason they keep doing it. It's good.
Yeah. Earlier, I was saying that every season has a base and a hangout. I didn't care for the base. I do like the hangout. I like the little record store that they work at. I think that's a fun little environment. It's just
Sure.
going back to the aesthetics of the show. I like that vibe.
Yeah, I agree. Um,
And I like the boss. It's Piggy.
oh,
Is his name
oh yeah,
Piggy?
yeah. Okay, yes, right.
This SPD alien guy? His name's
Yeah,
Piggy, right?
yeah. No, I knew who Piggy was, but I had to remember who the boss was
Yes,
for a
same
second
actor.
there.
Oh, also, we briefly mentioned Boom in the SPD episode, but just worth noting how awesome Kelson Henderson, who plays Boom, is, and that he just keeps showing up for like the next 10 years of Power Rangers.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really glad that guy got he got bulkified. He was basically the bulk for the show for a while. Not in
Yeah.
that he was the same character, but in that he just kept coming back season after season after season.
Yeah,
Which
so he was Boom, and then this season he's is it Phineas, the troll guy?
yes,
Yeah. So anyway, he's a lot of fun in that. I like that him in that role. Anytime Kelson Henderson shows up, he's a win.
yeah, I agree. Who the fuck are the villains?
There's Bat Lady. Once you lose Korag, it's just
No, I'm genuinely like blanking right now. Like who are
no,
they
I'm dead
fighting?
serious. Once you lose Korag, it's pointless because it's Bat Lady who is like
I
Claire's
know
mom
about
or
what you're
some
talking
shit.
about.
Is
Like
Bat Lady Claire's mom? For some reason, that's in my head.
I think so.
I think Bat Lady's Claire's mom, but I
That
don't
seems
remember her
right.
name. And there's like a deeper evil that they are all working for that's in a big abyss, and they're trying
Oh
to get him
no, we're
out.
doing Omni again.
What?
We're doing Omni again. Look, it was fine when it was Queen Banshira because at least like her son was like one of the main characters and everything, and like
Mhm.
they brought her back like halfway through the show so we could see her. But when it's just there's a dark looming shadowy puppet master presence that you're not going to see right up until the end, it's just like who fucking cares?
Yeah. So I think that's what it was, and then it was kind of cool that there's an episode where they like take all the magic from the world and it's all like almost black and white, and that was kind of fun. That's like the
Yeah.
one cool, interesting thing this show did
Especially
was
because the way that they have to fix it is they have to go to like the Ninja Tribunal. I know it's okay. Nobody's going to get that reference. I guess I should explain real quick. So, in hey, do you know who the Shredder is?
yeah.
So, in the 2003 Turtles series, it turns out that Shredder is an alien who was posing as a guy who was
Okay.
essentially a terrorist in old Japan, you know, Orokusaki. And
Sure.
Orokusaki based his stuff off of an ancient demon, the Tengu Shredder, and the Tengu Shredder used to be part of a ninja tribunal. So in season 5 of the 2003 Turtles series, which was kind of lost media for a little while there,
Mm-hmm.
they actually meet this ninja tribunal, and they all look like multicolored Shredders,
Okay.
which is actually really fucking cool because the Turtles show up and they're immediately like, oh fuck, and they're like, what? This is just our armor. We're still not going to hurt you. And they're like, oh,
That's funny.
okay. Um, anyway, yeah, there's like a magic, council and it's like they wear some shit that would be in like a Lady Gaga music video, like a,
Yeah.
fully monocolor, like crown, face covering robe kind of situation. And there's a black one and there's a red one and there's a white one. And they basically talk a lot of shit. But then the really cool thing that we find out is that their leader is
Hey.
Rita Repulsa.
Yeah. That's
She,
cool.
after getting her evil purged from the Z-Wave, um, first of all, we saw her just like in cities and she looked like just like a normal lady and we were like, oh, so maybe she lost all her power. No, she still has all of her magical resources, so she
She,
became the Mystic Mother, the
yeah,
guardian of all magic on Earth.
I think that's pretty cool. That
Yeah,
is a great long form. I was telling Miranda that Power Rangers has been around long enough that it can do like Doctor Who-esque stuff now, where it'll just be like, "Hey, do you happen to remember this from 15 years ago?" or whatever, and it'll just, and they can just throw something in. I'm like, how cool! How cool to be around long enough to be able to do that.
yeah, I agree. That's why, again, I hope whatever the new Power Rangers that they do is they lean more into that long form storytelling. Because again, the Boom Studios comics showed that there is so much, there's gold in the hills. There's so much untapped potential from Power Rangers lore. Because
Yeah,
there's so much shit that fans have been theorizing for decades now. Like,
dude, I gotta read those comics, man. I gotta find them. I gotta find and read those comics because they
I'm
sound
almost,
awesome.
I'm almost certain I've already sent you a link and you ignored me like a bitch.
See, I never save anything, so if I don't think of it immediately and I don't act on it that moment, the next time there's a message, I will forget about
I'll send it to you again,
it.
you charlatan. Um,
Okay.
you husk of a man.
I was going to say that what's kind of interesting is that Power Rangers, so for the most part, and this is a good example of what they get to kind of in this back half that we're approaching. We're in the front half now. I know we're at the end of it, but
Yeah.
um, but that for the most part, it's like maybe last season's villain will show up and those Power Rangers. But as you get into this back half that we are approaching, you get increasingly where someone from season 1 or season 3 shows up, or we get a random Power Ranger or a random plot point from 3 or 4 or 5 years back that's just kind of shows up or is mentioned. And I like that that is happening increasingly as we get into the series.
Even just when references, like self-referential, things happen, like that's always fun. Like, I think we brought it up in, Forever Red when TJ's like, did I ever tell you guys about the time I got baked into a pizza? And they're like, yes, you
Yes,
have.
you've told us so many times. Yeah, I love that.
See, shit like that is so good because if you know, you're like, hey, I get it. But then if you ever miss that episode, you're like, what?
What
Hang
the
on,
fuck?
and you gotta look it up.
Yeah.
Like they did it even with once in a while where at the end they just started talking to men about their old adventures, and they're like, yeah, we fought this one guy, and Shell Shock, and Billy is like, is that the guy with the traffic light on his back? And he's like, yeah, but he wasn't a guy, he was a turtle. It's like he was a turtle, wasn't he?
Yeah, I loved that.
Because like that unlocked a memory for me. I remembered Shell Shock, and I was just like, oh, I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and then they're like, yeah, and she forced your mom to keep running, and she couldn't stop. And Ben just
Yeah.
laughs at that.
Yeah, and
I
there's a
love
lot of that that's waiting for us in these next 15, 16 seasons.
We did a
And
Phantom Optimus about once and always, right?
we did. So I don't think because it is a one-off, so it's probably not going to get ranked here.
Yeah,
So that's just kind of, if you want to hear our thoughts on Once and Always, you pop over to Fandom Optimists where we did it like a year and a half ago.
part of the Hall of Pots podcast network.
Yes.
Um, yeah, okay, so we've really got nothing to say about the villains.
Yeah, nothing at all.
Uh,
There's a bat lady, and Korag was interesting while he was a villain.
oh,
Um,
and I guess like because we're just pulling up stuff as we think of them. I'll say like
yeah.
the finale being the union of the mundane and the magical worlds and people from both sides of the Rangers cast coming together and all holding hands and making a big crowd around the Rangers and saying, we believe in magic. And then there's sparkles and then they get their Ranger powers back.
Yes.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
That shit sucks.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
I get what they were going for.
I understand what the attempt was, but the execution was Barney levels of cheese.
Barney.
I remember
Yeah.
the Barney movie. Real ones remember.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough, man.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah, for those of you that don't know, there is a Barney movie, by the way. It's got an egg with multicolored stripes that gradually appear. Don't worry about it. But I would once again like to reaffirm that I was raised in a daycare. My mom ran a daycare out of her house, so
Okay.
I know about things that I'm way too old to know about.
Sure.
Um, but yeah,
I feel we are obligated to discuss horny uh Blue
Barney?
Ranger. Blue Ranger. I just feel we're obligated to discuss the horniness of any Power Rangers, and I'm like, yeah, Blue Ranger here is is uh is uh is real good, real hot.
Oh, okay. I mean, that might just be you. I think she's fine. Like, I mean,
No,
she's pretty.
yeah, maybe it's just I don't know. It's yeah, because she's not like
Did you hear the
she's
confusion in my voice when I was like,
yeah,
horny
the horny.
for Mystic Force? What?
Which villain is the horny?
Yeah,
That must
there's
be
the
what you're
Bat
talking
Lady, but
about, because none of these people are attractive.
I was like, there's the Bat Lady, but I'm not Andy. I'm not that much of a monster fucker.
That lady, yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe she seems nice and she's cute. And I'm just like, oh yeah,
Okay, sure. Hey, man, I support you. And even if I'm not fully there with you, I can see the vision.
yeah.
No, as much as we didn't have shit to say about her, I think I would actually have guessed more towards Vita.
Okay.
But uh, which, by the way, I didn't get to finish what I was saying before. She has the best pose. So they all hit some kind of pose after they morph, right? And she does this, like I mentioned, a little bit of like bullfighter flair. She goes full into that. She like
Yeah.
hits a little initial move, turns sideways, and fucking leans back and stretches her arm way behind her head, and her other arm is out in front of her. So it's almost like a fucking 20 Showtime Broadway, like, ta-da kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Um,
damn, that's a good pose.
she kind of has the what was the term for Kira's wardrobe?
Pastel
Like
goth? No, sorry, not pastel goth. Like,
rainbow goth or
rainbow
something?
goth. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, she's kind of got that vibe.
Yeah, I could see it. She's not quite there, but
Yeah.
she's okay. You know what she is? She's seen.
Okay.
There's like a spectrum of this kind of weirdo stuff, right? So there's like goth, and then goth bleeds into emo, and then emo bleeds into scene, and
Okay.
scene is kind of where we hit the part of the spectrum where I'm like, I'm not as into that. That's like your blood on the dance floor, like wearing like fur collars, and you've got the crazy fluffy spiky hair, and it's dyed all sorts of colors, and that's like that raw XD shit. That's
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
scene is related to goth, but it's related more as like a cousin than like a sibling. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right for her.
Yeah. Which again, granted, it fits because she's a DJ, and scene and DJ do kind of like go hand in hand because scene is like rock music that starts to bleed more into techno a lot of times,
Okay.
or electronic music, whereas goth tends to be a lot more like hard rock, alternative rock, stuff like that, or heavy metal. I would say alternative rock probably falls more under emo, while like heavy metal is more goth. Look, I'm not here to get into a big culture lecture, but the point is, she's close to what I'm into, but not quite there.
And then we've got Xander, not my type, but good looking dude.
You know what? Smash.
So what?
If he tried to use plain Xander on me, I'd be like, oh, hold on,
Okay. I'm into this.
hello, Xander.
Yeah. It's partly the accent, but also
I
he's
was
a
gonna
good looking
say, keep
dude.
talking to me. Um, yeah. Do we like? What else is there to say about Mystic Force? Because here's I think.
I like their like upgraded like when they get their like special mystic mode like
Oh,
rotary phone morpher weird upgrade superpower, and they get a new Megazord with that, and it's like a big lion and a phoenix. I think that's a cool Megazord.
that sounds rad. I have no memory of that, but it sounds cool. Um, I want to say, I think the main takeaway from Mystic Force is this: like we said up front, there's a lot of really cool ideas. A lot of things were falling into place, but for whatever reason, maybe they were too apprehensive to do some things. Maybe this fell too outside of the usual wheelhouse that they were used to of like, cool government organizations or just like technological based mentors like Zordon or whatever. But like, um, or what I mean is like fusions of technology and magic because like again, Zordon is a wizard, but he's kept anchored to us by technology, and the Zeo suits are based on a magical crystal, and they're fighting robots, but they have circuitry on their suits.
Yeah.
Um, you know, but like to go full tilt magic, maybe they just
Mm.
weren't completely prepared for actually adopting a fantasy setting. But like
Yeah.
something along the way, it falls flat before it reaches the finish line. It feels kind of bland in places. Like they don't go hard enough with the fantasy setting. Like they got a troll friend, right? And their
Yeah.
headquarters is in a forest, and there's a big book that like tells them everything that's going to happen or some shit. But it's just it 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 doesn't feel magical enough, and it doesn't
Yeah.
feel Power Rangers enough for it to have a strong identity in either of those directions.
That's a good explanation of it. Yeah, and at least on my part, that all the things I've been complimenting are like Train Megazord is cool, and I liked the toy, and it's like there's nothing like last season we were talking about the metaphors of the powers and, and the nature
Yeah,
of the story and everything, and I'm just like, yeah, this looks cool. This was fun. This was a fun toy.
yeah. See,
So
again, this is sort of the torment of the new pod being set up is that I've got an hour and a half because I felt like we could have kept going with SPD longer. Um,
yeah,
but, but with Mystic Force, it's like I'm trying to hit that hour and a half. I'm trying to get our values worth, but there's not a lot to say. It is
yeah.
unfortunately a mediocre season, and
I mean,
and
we can
again,
always do another season if you want to get your money's worth and just start recording all fucking day.
um, great idea. No,
Okay. We'll hold
I
off on Operation Overdrive.
I appreciate that, but today's also my day off, and I go back to work tomorrow morning,
Oh,
and
yes.
I
Yes.
kind of want to chill for a little bit.
Yes, let's not record the whole day.
Um,
Um, but yeah, there's just not a whole lot to say. Should we rank?
yeah, I'm ready to rank.
All right. So, where your list left off, you
mhm,
have currently Time Force in first place. I'm getting
okay.
increasingly regretful that I keep pushing Time Force down. I feel so fucking bad about it because but I kind of like Time Force more than this. But
But you like it less
fuck,
than the thing that that's below it.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, you have
This
Time
is the,
Force. What?
this is the trouble with you having almost like a rock paper scissors mentality with some of these seasons is that it's hard to put it in a straight list. Like, how do you put rock on top when
Yeah,
paper, who's two spots below it, is better?
yeah. That is very true. Okay, so you've got Time Force at the top,
Okay.
then SPD,
Right.
then Dino Thunder,
Hmm.
then In Space,
Yeah.
Lost Galaxy,
Okay.
Ninja Storm,
All right.
Zeo,
Uh huh.
Mighty Morphin,
Right.
Lightspeed Rescue,
Uh huh.
Turbo, and Wild Force in last place. Well, what are you doing?
Oh man.
This is a fun one.
Okay. I think Mystic Force. See, while it probably does a lot of aspects technically better than like Mighty Morphin, Mighty Morphin is memorable. Mystic Force isn't.
True.
So I think I've got it below Mighty Morphin. Let's see, is it better or worse than Lightspeed Rescue? Because
Hmm.
the villains in Lightspeed Rescue also kind of suck, but at least I can remember who Queen Banshira is.
Yeah, I
um,
couldn't, but
and Carter is a better Red Ranger.
that's
Uh,
true. We've got some actual characters. We've got the hot scientist lady and the uh, Sky Cowboy who have their little romantic arc.
true, true. Okay, yeah, it's worse. What
Got
was
some
below
meaningful story
Lightspeed?
there. What?
What was below Lightspeed?
Turbo?
Hmm.
Ugh.
Uh, ooh. Oof.
Yeah, tough.
Okay. I think I'll be nice. And I'll probably have Mystic Force above Turbo.
All right, third to
Because
last.
because most of the issues I have with Mystic Force, I feel also rear their ugly head in Turbo. Um, again, Divatox is memorable, but she's not
Interesting.
good
Yeah.
as a villain. So I don't think that does much better. And I think that while TJ is lovable, he doesn't have too much of a discernible personality, so it's hard to say he's like a whole lot better than Nick. Like
Yeah.
Nick sucks, but at least the other Rangers, I think Xander stands above any of the Turbo Rangers. Barring like the Tommies and the ones that have already been around,
Yeah.
the Adams and all that. But like for the new cast,
Right.
I think, well, I don't know, maybe Cassie. Cassie is probably the standout
Cassie's fun.
because she's actually an interesting character. Because she, I don't know if we
Hmm.
ever gave her flowers. She was a coward. Like she,
Yeah.
she when she first appeared, she was kept trying to run away from the monsters, which, granted, is the sensible move. But in a
Yes.
show like Power Rangers, when you have teenagers running in to risk life and limb, she seems, lame. But she still pulled out her hero card in the end, and she also had trauma of Kendrick's dying that really we should have gotten more of. We should have gotten more PTSD Cassie. Um,
Yeah.
but but yeah, I think Xander is still on a similar level. So I think from the technical perspective and the fact that they were trying something different, I'll go ahead and give Mystic Force above Turbo.
All right. So it is third to last for you. All right. So I have Dino Thunder at the top, followed by SPD, Ninja Storm, pure nostalgia, Time Force, regrettably, In Space, Lost Galaxy, Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Lightspeed Rescue, Wild Force, and Turbo in last place. Okay, so I definitely agree with everything you were saying about it relating to Turbo. I would put it above Turbo. Do I put it above Wild Force? Okay. Hmm. So Wild Force, you know what? Wild Force was boring. Just Wild Force has Forever Red, but otherwise, and reinforcements from everything good about Wild Force is when they were hanging out with cooler Power Rangers.
Man, it's so funny because like I sometimes forget that you agree with me on a lot of Power Rangers things because like I think of the Power Rangers community and how many people are like, "Oh, Wild Force was goaded, let's go," and I'm just like, "What is wrong with you guys?"
I
Like
didn't
it's
have a great time with it. I'm struggling to remember a lot of the actual story. Uh, I like the Black Ranger in Wild Force. He was endearing.
Danny.
Um, yeah, and I didn't like I liked the Lunar Wolf's suit, but I didn't like him.
No, he was a terrible Sixth Ranger. I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
like
a
his
decent
actor,
suit, but everything else,
his
yeah.
acting, the way
Honestly,
he looked, everything was off.
yeah, honestly, on the weight of Xander, my passing appreciation of Chip and the Solaris Knight and his Megazord alone, it has to go above Wild Force. So now it's competing with Lightspeed Rescue for me. No, yeah, and as I pointed out, Lightspeed Rescue has some actual memorable story beats and a few meaningful Rangers who are actually
Yeah,
cool.
Captain Mitchell revealing that he did the deal with Diablo or whatever his name was
Yeah, that was
to
interesting.
to
Yeah, I feel
rescue.
bad for Xander putting it third to last, but I am putting it third to last.
Yeah,
Mystic Force, third to last. So we ranked Wild Force and Turbo differently, but we put Mystic Force the same relative to both of them, which is
yeah,
funny.
yeah. I mean, like you
These
said,
are remarkable. Other than my nostalgia putting Ninja Storm, and it was just because that's the Power Rangers that I grew up with. That was the first thing I ever saw of Power Rangers was Ninja Storm. And so it's like, if it weren't for the nostalgia pushing Ninja Storm way up the list, we have very similar lists.
we do, because all the differences are minor. Like you and I just have reverse spots for Zeo and Mighty Morphin, but they're still
Yeah.
right next to each other,
Yep.
which I think makes sense because they're both very similar in tone and everything. So, um,
And then if not for Ninja Storm, we would have Lost Galaxy and In Space in the same place. And then our top three are jumbled.
yeah.
So, yeah, very
What can I
interesting.
say? I just have better opinions. Sorry. But no, seriously though, I'm reminded why I picked you to be my co-host in the first place because we just I don't we started talking on Twitter, right? Like,
Yeah, we were on like the same side of arguing with some asshole. I have no idea what it was about,
yeah,
but I
it's
was just like, hey, that guy keeps saying cool shit. And then I clicked on the profile and I saw a podcaster. I was like, I'm trying to be a podcaster. And
but
so
did
then
you
I
message me?
messaged you. Yeah.
Oh,
I
cool.
messaged you and I just said, hi, hello, podcaster friend.
I'm gonna be honest. We've been talking so long, and I don't even remember like the origin of.
Yeah, I remember that specifically. I don't remember how it evolved from there.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I think because when you messaged me, I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" Because I always hated getting Twitter DMs. I'm not gonna lie,
yes.
and so like I clicked on your stuff. I started looking up some of the stuff that you were talking about. I'm like, "Oh, okay, sure. I guess I'll talk to this guy." And like we just started chatting. I was like, "This guy's pretty cool." And I was like, I'm like 5, 6 episodes deep for my podcast, and I'm just not feeling this whole talking into the void thing. And I was like, hey, if you're also doing podcast stuff, do you want to help me with this? And
Yeah. Yeah,
and
and that
like
was
before,
now
like
3.5 years ago.
Jesus, where did the time go? Yeah, and now you're like inviting me to weddings and shit.
Yeah.
Um, which it like honestly, because we have the time to kill. I will say like you're my closest friends right now, man.
Dude, yeah, I feel the same way, man.
Yeah, I
like you are the furthest geographical friend, but you're like one of my closest friends.
Yeah, I do appreciate, for all the trouble that the internet age has given us. Boy, has it given us some trouble. Um, the ability to befriend people who you might have never had a chance to befriend, but are closer to you than the people that are like around your geographical area. Like
Yeah, man.
I'm so thankful for that because I have so many friends from all over the world, and like you are one of the top ones.
Yeah, I feel the same way, man. Also, you gotta come over here at some point.
I will, I will. I gotta get the funds up. But
Yeah,
I think now, so I'm starting to get some more hours at my job, and once I
nice.
take care of some necessities, I gotta try and get my PC repaired and operational for whenever I can hook it up, and some this and that. Uh, I should be able to start saving up for a trip, and at some point, I'll come out and
Yeah.
hang
I
out with
mean,
you guys.
for one big weekend, I think I told you it's like I could cover it if you wanted to come down here for a weekend, just hang out and do stuff for like 2 or 3 days.
Maybe
Um, I could cover that.
maybe in like I don't know spring or something. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to go down in the middle of the sweltering fucking Texan summer. Uh,
That's fair. I forget that that's not normal for everyone else.
no. I'm still learning to deal with the South Carolina summer. This shit was ass.
Okay, North Carolina summer though, you get real humid in North Carolina. DFW
South.
is more of a oh yeah, uh, DFW is more of a dry heat, so it's hotter.
DFW.
The Dallas Fort Worth metropolitan area in North
Oh,
Texas.
okay.
It's just how it's commonly referred to with people here. I forget that. I forget that's not normal for everyone else. But it's more of a dry heat, so it's hotter. But I actually think it's more bearable because I've been to the Carolinas, been to Georgia, been to all over that area, and I'm like, yeah, that was rough. Those were very humid places.
Yeah. Yeah, it was raining uh like 5 days out of every week for like a solid 2 months.
Oh my god.
Like that was miserable. I was like, God, what is this? The rainforest? I didn't know we were going to have a rainy season. And someone in my job, when I said that, unironically was like, "Yeah, you didn't know about the rainy season." I was like, I was fucking joking. You guys actually have a rainy season?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
nightmare.
don't.
Yeah, I've
We
noticed.
have we have those 3 or 4 days that rain every once in a while. Every 2 years.
I was going to say every generation. I hope you know that my main way I view Texas is like the movie Holes.
Okay, sure. Yeah, fair enough.
It hasn't rained in Camp Green Lake for over 80 years.
Yeah, what's wild is that where I'm at, because I'm at kind of the edge of Fort Worth, and um, I'm in basically a situation where I'm in like a standard suburban area, and I can see the big city from my apartment. But if I drive like a half hour to an hour west, I will be in infinite open plains. And it is really weird.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, like I've been out in the middle of nowhere, but um, I I would never have said that I was in spitting distance of like a legitimate city.
Yeah,
There was a town that was like 25 minutes away, and all that good shit. But yeah, the 5 minute drive, it was a village, not even a town.
yeah.
That should, man, I do not miss New York. That might have actually been the worst time of my life. And
Wow.
the blow was cushioned by me being with Andy at the time, but um, ooh, no, I don't miss that. Uh,
Yeah.
South Carolina's not bad though. Should we keep this in the episode? Am I like doxing us too hard by like
I
still
don't know. I
recording?
mean, I have mentioned with Chris several times that we that we both live in the Fort Worth area.
Because
So I don't think it's doxing us too hard, but
okay,
it's
because
also got nothing to do with Power Rangers, so
we
maybe
de-
we should.
we definitely just swerved from we're doing the podcast episode to we're just talking now.
Yeah, just a casual conversation. I don't know. It's up to you, man.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's going to be too much work to cut it out. So if you're fine
That's
with it,
true.
I'm fine with it.
Podbean's pretty hard to cut out stuff.
All right. Well, anyway, we're at an hour 18. I think it's good enough that we can call it an episode now.
Yeah.
Uh, where can they find you, my fine feathered friend?
I am at Jordan Blueman everywhere that uses usernames. If I'm not there, let me know and I'll go there. And you can find my show, which is also part of the Holopods network, the Fandom Optimists at Fandom Optimists on Twitter and Instagram.
I'm sorry, this is immediately cutting off what the wrap up stuff that I just started doing, but I was just reminded because I was going to make a joke like, "Ho, we got to get you on Grinder," which I'm pretty sure I've made that joke like 5 times before.
I think you
But
have.
that then reminded me that okay, this might be a little bit embarrassing putting this out there, but I got an email the other day reminding me that I signed up for something months and months ago. So, do you know BDSMtest.org or whatever it is?
I have taken it, I think.
So, I took it recently, like I retook it because I was wondering if like my taste had developed or anything. And
Yeah.
it's still pretty similar to what it used to be. But then, like at the end of the test, there was a thing where it was like, we're making a dating app. Uh,
Oh
please
my
sign
God.
up if you'd like to be part of it once it releases. And
That's funny.
I guess months ago version of me was like, sure, why not? I'm single. And and so I got an email like a few days ago that was like, hey, we finally released BD, the BDSM based dating app.
Okay.
And I was just like, oh, I mean, I am single.
Yeah, might as
and,
well.
and I downloaded it, and there's not a whole lot of people on it yet, but there's already a surprising amount of people that are only like 11, 20, 30 miles away from me.
Yeah.
Um, so I started, I only really had a conversation with one person so far, and I've matched with another, but yeah, it's pretty good. It is kind of weird as you scroll down the sort of generic layout of a dating app, page on someone, that at the bottom you see their BDSM test results.
Oh my God.
So like I'm scrolling down,
Clever.
and it's like I like long walks on the beach. I'm interested in listening to Critical Role, and then I scroll down, and I see Brat 100%, and I'm like, oh, Rogue
Nice.
Bunny 86%.
Nice.
So, hey, if any of you are interested, find me on BD, I guess. Okay. Uh, yeah. Anyway, other than that, you can find me mostly on Tumblr, Beyond Blue 2. Um, every once in a while, I might post an errant opinion, but it's mostly just me reblogging like art that I think is cute.
Cool.
Um, Uh, you can find us at the Cape Corner Discord as well. The link is in the description, and you can suggest episodes. You can chat with us. Scotty's in there. What's up, Scotty? Uh, and I don't have to say support me anymore because I no longer have a support page. Um, if you do want to give me money, here are all my bank account information details. No, not going to actually do that, but you know. If anyone is ever like, hey, I really like your stuff, again, you can find me on the Discord and message me, and I'll set something up. Maybe I'll set up a Kofi or something. But until then, I will continue to work my day job, lay sigh.
Yep.
Um, now we're also part of the Hall of Pods podcast network. Uh, Phantom Optimist is part of it, and there's also SJW Comic Book Club, True Believers, a comic book podcast, and Movies to Watch Before You Die.
Yeah.
Is that all? Did I miss
I
something?
think I
No.
think so.
Yeah. Okay. Um, I think that's gonna about wrap it up. Jordan, what are your closing thoughts on Mystic Force?
It is fine. I didn't hate it. I remember being like, all right, I'll watch that. But you know, I like most of the other ones better.
I think what made Korra the best villain is that they actually had a magical warrior that they could fight against, and then as soon as that was done, it was like, okay, now it's just monsters again, so whatever.
Yeah.
They really needed to have an evil wizard, like they needed to have like a Saruman. They needed like a grand wizard, not grand wizard. Shit. Let me rephrase. They needed like an archmage.
Yeah.
That's going to be my next terrorist group. I'm going to call the leader the Archmage.
Nice.
Anyway, they needed like a Saruman figure to be like, I'm your final test. I'm an actual like well established wizard who's like stronger than Udana, and from my recollection, they didn't have that. It was mostly just monsters.
Yeah.
So. maybe Mystic Force would have benefited more from like a true like rival villain, but as it stands, we can't even remember who the fucking big bad is because they're that forgettable. And I remembered Lotor or whatever his fucking name is, and again,
What,
I know,
Lothor from Ninja Storm?
yeah,
Yeah, I
I,
love Lothor.
I know you do. You talked about him real big in our episode, and you convinced me to put Ninja Storm much higher on my list than I otherwise would have. I'm sorry, he still sucks.
But he's the twin brother of the
I
sensei.
don't care. All right, well, I'm about ready to wrap it up. So everybody, thank you for listening, and I'm not going to forget my outro this time, like I did last.
Oh, yes.
I want you
Which
all
I
to know.
noticed right after you stopped recording. I was like, wait, fuck, did you forget to say the thing?
And I was like, oops. But it was too late. I was already at like exactly an hour and a half, and I wasn't going to
Yeah,
fuck up that time. So,
yeah.
all right. So this time, I will say, everybody, thank you for listening. Stay strong, stay true to yourself, and remember, we can all be heroes.